Good morning, you guys. So, I just dropped off the baby at daycare, and I just wanted to quickly talk to you guys. And by quickly, I mean literally not quickly. It's probably going to be long-winded, but it'll be useful information, okay? Um, Yesterday, I was headed to one of my organizing clients. It was a follow-up. With the particular package that she got, she not only got the 2020 weekly planner, the Paper Life Coach. She also got a pocket planner. She had a 1 hour virtual brain dump session, which I also gave her additional time because I allowed her time to reach out to me if she had any questions about the planner, and we talked about those things for a while too. She also had a 2 hour in-person organizing session where she wanted me to help her to organize her craft room, her art room. And she also had an additional hour for a follow-up, meaning after she purchased the things that I suggested that she buy to help her to organize even more, particularly storage. But once she received those things, I would help her to put them in place and then continue whatever leftover cleaning needed to be done. So it was just a lot. It was awesome. I really enjoyed doing what I do. But as I help other people, I try to look inwardly to make sure that I am doing the same for myself. Personal development is extremely important to me. But to be honest with you, the weekend that just passed was really difficult for me. Like, it was a really bad one. And it's hard enough being an entrepreneur, being a creative person when it comes to organizing content and then finding time to upload it and all of this other stuff. It gets overwhelming, to be honest. So the only thing that I could think to post up was a Instagram story that said bad brain day. Most of you do not know me, so for me, a bad brain day is a bad day. And generally, I am very good at, I don't want to say fixing myself, but I'll just say it. I'm very good at fixing myself. I'm able to avoid being overwhelmed by my feelings by analyzing things. Literally, whether it's a feeling, whether it's a thought, I understand how I can sometimes be pessimistic, so I address my pessimism. I look at the reality. I understand the variables and the possibilities. I remove the negative self-talk. And it's interesting because when you're not happy, and I don't mean like, anxious and depressed and all of that type of stuff, like a general sadness or just not happy at that moment, it makes it really difficult to do basic things. So I knew that following this weekend, that with me being unable to go through my series of steps that I generally take to get myself out of a funk, that I needed to rely on another source or another resource. And for me, those are my friends. I pride myself in not necessarily just having venting buddies, which I talk to every once in a while, just to let them know how my life is going, see what's going on in theirs. We just make sure everybody is, doing well. And I definitely value those friends too. They mean a lot to me. But my core, almost daily friends that I reach out to are my not venting buddies or catching up buddies, but my brainstorming buddies. I brain dump for myself. And that's the process that I was just now explaining. How I'm able to objectively throw all of the things and feelings that I have, ask the right questions to get to the right answers. Once I get to the answers, figure out how much of that answer is the truth, how much of it is negative self-talk, how much of it is doubt, how much of it is fear, self-esteem, bad days, even hormones. And then from there, I'm able to place it where it needs to go back inside of my mind so that I can function. In those moments where I'm overwhelmed with any type of sadness and I need help. I know that I have other brain dump buddies who are able to objectively look at it too from another perspective. A good example of that is a whiteboard, right? When you have friends or the people in your life, they are generally mirrors. They reflect you, good and bad, those negative and positive qualities. And it's always good to have that. But on the other side of my mirror, as far as my friends are concerned, are whiteboards. So when I need a whole bunch of whiteboards lined up so that I can do the work out loud, like in front of me, that's what I use them for. They're able to ask me questions that I possibly haven't considered, give me a perspective that I can't see from where I'm standing, and it's very helpful. It's almost like if you go to an art class and they have a live model sitting in front and there's a circle of people around them painting or drawing their perspective. Although we are all looking at the same exact thing, it's going to look different because it's from everyone else's perspective. These people are very important to me. They are very intelligent. They're very logical. They're very witty. Just a lot of positives to them that makes their perspective even more important to me. Granted, there is a certain level of bias because of their love for me, but they are generally able to put that to the side or deliver it separately. So after they give me the logical explanation of it, they follow up with, as your friend, or because I love you, and it's very helpful, like very, very helpful. It's literally like being scientists or professors, and when you get stuck on some super crazy mathematical equation, they're able to come in like with a bag of chips and say, oh, you forgot to carry the two. Like really, like it was just that simple. Like, yeah. And then I'll say something like, well, how do you know? And they'll say, because I mean, to be honest with you, I know that this is not normal. This is not how a lot of people think or function or how they handle their friendships. But to get the best return on your investments, because that's what friendships are. Like, we love each other, we care about each other, but you're investing your time, your energy, your everything into these people. And if you have friends that have a wealth of something, then you can get a return on your investment. It's an interchange of encouragement, positivity, creativity, inspiration. Like, it's awesome. And I definitely get a return on my investments with my friends. Brain dumping is not something that can come automatically to you, and it does take time. Me being an analytical person, being obsessed with personal development and self-awareness, it's taken me years and years to hone in on this. And as a very emotional woman, it doesn't translate to most people at this point that I'm extremely emotional, because I look at everything in such a logical way. I do offer these brain dump sessions, and I do charge for them. But I don't charge you to teach you how to brain dump for yourself. I charge you because of the additional things that come within the brain dump package. So for that reason, if you are not familiar with how to brain dump, how you can get yourself out of those random funks, when you get overwhelmed with a lot of thoughts, when you start to feel resentment, regret, just a lot of emotions, and you can't process them or get past them, a good brain dump session will work wonders for you. In fact, I actually have a brain dump book. I even brain dump arguments that I have with my partner. I did a brain dump session when I was trying to figure out what to do with my career. I wasn't sure what my next step was going to be. So I needed to write down all of the things that I was thinking about. Everybody may not be able to do things this way, and for that reason, I brain dump. I brain dump in their behalf. I ask them all of the right questions. I get them to talk more about the things that they want to do, the things that they are doing, the things that they're afraid to do, the things holding them back, the things they've gotten close to doing. And from there, I transcribe everything, give them a wealth of information, resources, options. I say what they've said to me back to them so that they can hear themselves. And I remove the negative self-talk and organize it in a way that's extremely detailed and simple to understand, so that they're able to put it back into their own minds. So granted, like I said, the concept of brain dumping, as complex as it is, can be very simple. I can teach it to you. If you want to learn more about it, DM me. I have an event coming up on the 26th at For Rent Shoes. I'll put the flyer up. You can come. It'll be awesome. Free brain dump sessions. I will teach you how to brain dump for free. This is not anything that I want to charge anybody for. Peace of mind should be free. It's worked for me. It's been tried, true, and tested. I mean, literally, it's the best thing for my life. And I used to be an extremely negative person, like the glass halfway full. Expect the worst and you'll never be disappointed. But being able to brain dump and just remove all of that other negative stuff that just does not benefit your thought process is helpful. It allows you to remove the feelings that can sometimes cloud our judgment and look at things as simple as they are in front of you. Now, it still allows you space to be a human, to have emotions concerning it, but it's trickles of water opposed to a tsunami of water. Water being feelings, but you get that. So, yeah, it's an awesome thing. I do love what I do. Being a professional organizer helps me out because I enjoy it. It's relaxing. For some other people, organizing is not relaxing, and that's where I come in at. So whether you need a physical space organized, whether you need a mental space organized, I can be there. So just reach out to me. I'm sincere when I tell you to DM me. We can figure out how to work this thing up.